Hi, I'm with Marie from Liverpool Hairdressing Academy, Parker and Leachy today, and she's going to be showing us some styles that we can do with our hair.
Hi, my name's Marie. This is Gemma, my model for today. We're going to be showing you two different creations of styles with curls. I'll talk you through that as we go along. You're going to need some equipment. On your trolley, you're going to need a paddle brush for blow drying the hair smooth. You're going to need a back brush or back comb brush. This is very useful for back brushing the hair. You're going to need a pintail comb. You're going to need some section clips. You're going to need some wave grips to the colour of your client's hair, and you're going to need some small foils. You can even use kitchen foils. I'll show you later on why you're going to need the foils to create curls. You're also going to need some straightening irons. Good idea to plug them in. Be nice and prepared when time comes to use them. Some heated rollers. I'm going to use some conical ones. Easy to use, but you can use ordinary rollers. You're going to need a hairdryer, and you're going to need some hairspray. I'm going to use some L'Oreal. I'm using this particular size. I'll show you why later. And you're also going to need, I'm going to use some Aveda Smooth Infusion Style Prep. I'm going to put this on the hair before I blow dry it. This protects against humidity for 12 hours, so even if you go out on a cold day, your hair will still remain the same. So the Aveda Style Prep, you only need 2 pumps into the palm of your hand. Rub it into your hand, and from mid-length to ends into the hair. And then with my paddle brush, I'm going to smooth the hair dry. I'm just finishing off my blow dry with the paddle brush and the smoothing technique. So now I'm just popping in my heated curlers. Take a very small section, starting from the root of the hair, working my way down. This will create a more natural looking curl and softer at the root area. And then just pop that over.
Marie, can you tell us why you're not winding the rollers in a normal way that we would usually use?
Because I want a more natural looking curl with less curl at the root section.
Okay, so if you used a normal winding technique, would you get too much volume at the roots?
Yeah, we'll get too much volume at the root.
Yeah, okay. And if they didn't have these specially designed rollers, which I can see are a sort of a pyramid shape, could you use ordinary rollers for this, Marie?
Yeah, you can use ordinary heated rollers.
And you would recommend heated rollers, would you? You can't use ordinary rollers that you would let dry?
No, this is for more natural looking rather than a set looking curl.
And they look great. Have you any tips for keeping your electrical equipment clean?
Yes. And switch off your electrical equipment at the appliance, switch off all appliances, and then when it's cooled down thoroughly, you can then wipe over with alcohol wipes, removing any hairs from the rollers as well, and if necessary use some alcohol.
Okay, and just to recap, earlier on you said that you used the Aveda Smooth Infusion. Can you tell us what humidity does to the hair?
Well, humidity is the enemy for our hair, and it will spoil our hairstyle if we don't prep it properly. So this helps protect against humidity for up to 12 hours.
Okay, great. And heated tools, any tips for using heated tools? Anything that can go wrong if you're using heated tools?
Always be careful that you don't burn the client's scalp, and yourself of course, and always make sure your electrical equipment is safe to use.
Okay, and how long will these rollers need to stay in for, Marie?
The rollers need to stay in until they're cool.
And why is that?
Because the hair is still setting while the rollers are warm, and when they're cooled down, the hair is completely set.
Okay, fantastic. So, shall we leave you to get on with your next bit and then come back to you?
Yep.
Okay, thanks Marie.
Run out of heated rollers. So I'm now going to show you a different method of creating a curl without heated rollers. So if you come closer and have a little look, I'll show you what I'm doing. So I've got some hairspray. I'm going to spray it on a small section of hair. I'm going to wrap my tin of hairspray. This is my unconventional method. I'm going to wrap a tin of hairspray. I'm going to wrap my hair around the tin of hairspray, starting from the tip. I'm going to apply the hairspray out. And so you see my curl. And then I'm going to insert my foil here. Now try to make sure the curl is in the centre, and I'll tell you why in a second. Fold over. Now if your curl's not in the centre, you'll put a fold in your curl. And you'll put a crease in your curl then. And then I'm going to get some heated iron. I'm going to start from the top. About 7 to 10 seconds. Working your way down. Pressing tightly on the foil. And always be careful, the foil gets very hot, that you don't burn your client's forehead or scalp. I like to flip it out the way so it doesn't burn the forehead dropping down.
Okay Marie, so while we watch you do the next one of those, I'm just going to ask a couple of questions about what we saw there. So you're actually using the tin of hairspray to wrap the hair around it into a curl, which is a really cool idea I suppose, because then you just need the hairspray before. And you just wrapped it up in a piece of foil, and you used the straighteners to heat up the hair. Is it heating the foil? Is it heating the straightener? What's happening there?
It's heating the foil, and then when the foil is cool, we remove the foil, and I'll show you soon. When all the foil's cool, we'll have a nice curl created.
Wow, so that's a really good idea then. So you don't actually need rollers to make curls in hair. You can use, well,
anything.
Anything. Wow.
Anything.
Well, thanks for showing us that. I've got a couple more questions then, if that's okay. So we can see that your client's hair is quite thick. So for clients who've got very fine hair, for instance, are there anything that you have to do different with the rollers or the tools?
You would use a smaller roller, so you would use a smaller unconventional item.
Okay.
And you can use a smaller roller here,
And why?
Smaller curl.
The smaller curl, so that would help on fine hair, is it? Yeah? Okay. And just thinking about, you know, the style that you've chosen. Why have you chosen this particular style for your client today?
Because my client has natural curly hair.
Okay.
And this will enhance the curl and the style will stay in longer.
I see. So because your client's hair is naturally curly, you've decided to use a curly technique.
Because that will be the best for the client's natural hair fall.
Okay. And what about if somebody wants to do this? You said earlier on that this look doesn't have as much volume at the root, but what if a client wanted to have a lot of volume at the end of this style? Is there anything we can do different with their rollers?
Yeah. We can over-direct the rollers from the root.
And would you be able to give us an example of that, maybe?
I'll show you that.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, and we got picked up. I think we got picked up for clean. We're getting the toast to get out of our digital supply.
Just clip them out of the way because they're very hot.
We'll apply. This will be something now.
So this is going to give us more volume, what you're about to do now, yeah?
This is what I'll just over-direct this one too.
So just take us through what you're doing, Marie. So you're lifting the hair up.
So I'm lifting the hair right up. And from the point,
Yeah.
I'm over-directing it.
So you're over-directing.
Over-directing it.
And what does this do, Marie? This will do what?
This will create more volume
More volume
from the root.
from the roots. Okay. And if you wanted less volume, I assume you do the opposite. Is that correct?
Well, you would do on base or under direct.
Okay. And that's what it means to do the opposite, to pull it down instead of up. Yeah? Okay, fantastic. Okay, Marie, well I can see you're busy, so we'll leave you with that and we'll join you soon. Thank you for showing us your fabulous technique with the foils. It looks really interesting.
Okay, I'll see you for the finished result.
Okay. Okay, Marie, so I can see that you've obviously finished putting those foils and things in. So while they're cool, can I ask you a couple of questions? Is there anything else that you can use? I mean, you surprised us today by using hairspray, tins and foils. Are there any other types of things that you can use that might be lying around the house to use with your hair?
Yes, you can use any unconventional method. You can use Toblerone box, you'll get a triangular shape. You can use a square box like this, you could get a square shape. Practically anything can be set.
And is there any tips for what you maybe shouldn't use in the hair when you're using unconventional items?
Try to avoid metal with heat because you don't want to burn your scalp. And try to avoid plastic, as if we put heat up near plastic, then it'll melt.
Ah, good point, good point. Okay then, so do you want
Especially if we're going under a hooded dryer or anything, so just use your common sense.
Okay, fantastic. Well, let's have a little look and see what you've got here then, Marie. Okay, so we can see now the type of curl that you've got, which you said that you wanted it more natural, and I can see that that is definitely more natural. So we'll leave you to take these out then, and we'll be back with you soon.
As you can see, this is where our conical rollers was, and they're all out now. You give a nice loose, natural looking curl in Gemma's hair. And now we're about to take the foils out.
Yeah. Have you spoken through these curls? Yeah.
So you can see we've got a nice flat curl without any volume to the roots. And just dressing the hair out now, so you can create a style
So Marie, you've just brushed through all of the curls now. Can you tell us why it is that you've spent the time putting the curls in only to take them back out?
Yeah, next season's style is actually Hollywood style, 1950s.
Okay.
So it's a more wave look rather than last season's look with the curly look.
Which was the curls, I see, okay. So we just saw you, which tool did you use to take the brush out?
Just the paddle brush.
The paddle brush, to just brush through the hair as normal, yeah? Okay then. And you've got a product there in your hands. Have you got any advice for hairdressers when they're using products all day? You know, to avoid any rashes or anything like that?
Always wash your hands and dry them thoroughly after using any products. Prevent contact dermatitis.
Prevents contact dermatitis, okay. So I'll just watch you as you go, if that's alright. Okay Marie, this is coming on nicely. Can you just tell us about how you would check the style and make sure that the balance of it is okay?
Always look in the mirror. Make sure your client's sitting nice and straight, shoulders back, legs uncrossed. Yeah, looking in the mirror.
Looking in the mirror. And this is a bit of a 40s, 50s look here I can see going on.
It's a good idea to spray some spray on your hands, just on the tip.
Yeah.
And just go in. Press your hands and leave go. Press your hands and leave go. Now here it is, finish my first Hollywood glamour look.
Thank you very much, Marie.
Thank you.